Hey y'all, what's going on? This is J Marie Booklist. Today I'm coming to talk to you about what we do not do as health unit coordinators. Okay, so there are some things that we do not do as health unit coordinators when we're at work. Now, we all know what the number one is. The number one is we don't enter medication. That is one thing we do not do. We do not put in medications. We are not a doctor. We are not the nurse. We do not enter orders. Okay, the pharmacists, that's what they do. Okay, the nurses, the doctors, the pharmacists, that's what they do. We do not enter orders. That is like the number one thing that we don't do. Now the other ones, it depends, because there's like a little asterisk that I need to put with the following. There are some health unit coordinators, some unit secretaries who also are CNAs, PCAs. So they are certified, like they're certified PCAs, CNAs, so they can do that, but they also work as the unit secretary. So what I'm about to list after is some of the things that they can do, that they may be allowed to do, that those of us who are not certified, who are just regular unit secretaries, these are things that we cannot do. Okay, so another thing that we cannot do, but like I said, they may be able to because they have, they're certified. We do not draw blood. I'm not a phlebotomist, even though I thought about going to school to become a phlebotomist. But I was like, how can I do that? And I don't even like getting, I don't even like getting, anyway, my own blood drawn. But we don't draw blood. Okay, I don't know where a vein is. I see, but my mama says I got good veins. I had some people tell me I got good veins, the nurses. So you know you're a nurse when you be like, oh, you got good veins. So we don't draw blood. We don't lift patients. I'm not throwing my back out. I don't know how, but I haven't watched not one video, took one class on how to pull a patient, okay, or anything like that. So we don't do all that. We don't reposition patients. If we do, like let's say a patient was in a chair, because I worked in the ICU. We had open heart patients, so we would, after they had surgery, when we would come in, so the day after surgery, they'd be sitting in a chair, because you don't want them laying down, you want them sitting up so their body can get back. And so they sit in the chair all day, and it's hard sitting in the chair all day, especially when you're in pain and this and that, and you gotta do all this stuff. So they want their feet up, want their feet down, want their feet up, want laid back, they sleeping in the chair, So if they put the call light on, I would go in there and they say, can I have my feet up? I would go ask the nurse, because the nurse may not want them with their feet up, or the chair back, or it's just, I don't know. I mean, just observing and I knowing how the unit flows, it will be okay. But look, you never know. Something could have happened. Something could have changed. I remember we had this patient, and he was sitting in the chair. I don't think he was an open heart patient. I think he had other issues. He was sitting in the chair and he wanted to be repositioned. So I went and got the nurse, and so the nurse came in and he repositioned him. And then, I went and sat down, and literally by the time I went to sit down, the man coded, because he repositioned, and I think he had something with his lungs, and I guess all the fluid, I don't know, it was something, he had fluid, but the nurse repositioned him. I didn't, okay? He just put him on this side, and the man coded. Okay, like, we were running. Everybody was like, what happened? Yeah, I think the nurse was still in the room with him. And and the man just, so you don't know, okay? You really don't know. So that's why, he put the call light on. I went in there. He said, I want to be moved. I went and got the nurse. And then grabbing the crash cart. It's like, that's what happened. And so yeah, so we don't reposition patients even when they're in the bed and they want to be up, want their bed raised or lower their head. Because you don't know, there might be an order not to raise the bed, a certain degree, above a certain degree, or keep the bed at a certain, we know these orders. So if you're gonna do it, you gotta ask someone. Now, like I said, the CNA slash PC slash Huck, they may know. The nurse may say, hey, because it's a different type of conversation, with them than us. So another thing we don't do is we don't perform CPR. Like I said, now if you're a PCA slash Huck, then you can, but we really don't perform CPR on a patient. We're, when everyone goes running into the room with the crash cart and they're all in there. We're usually at the desk. We're still manning the phones. We might take the chart to them. We call in the doctors, let them know, your patient coded, or if the patient died, we call them and call the office and let them know that the patient expired, things like that. We don't go in the room and do all that. Okay. Now, like I said, a PCA slash Huck, they could do that. They could assist in that because they are certified. And another thing we don't do is we don't do post-mortem care. Now, I never did it because, okay. I remember I with the guy, the nurse who repositioned the patient and the patient coded. We went and took a patient down to the morgue because I worked there for a long time. I didn't know what a morgue was. And so, we don't do post-mortem care. But now the other secretary who was certified CNA, she would do it. They said she loved cleaning the patients. Like when the patient, she loved doing that. I was like, ugh. Like, but she would go in there and do it and help the nurse, get the patient and take them down to the morgue. But that's not something I did. Don't even look at me. I look. The closest I'm getting to a dead body is closing the door to the room. Okay, y'all can have that. Yeah, it's just yeah. So those are what I think it's 6. Those are the 6 things that we don't do, and there are more things that we don't do. Okay, there are more, but those are a good 6 that we don't do. And like I said, there are some secretaries who are also CNAs, PCAs, so they can do things that us normal we can't do. All right, so I'll talk to you later.